Today we're talking about the Clayton Warthog series of pneumatic HEPA vacuums. These rugged vacuums have been designed with features to help them withstand the abuse of military and industrial applications. The 5-gallon comes fully assembled and ready for use. The 15-gallon requires you to mount the handle. To start, identify the 4 bolts supplied with the vacuum. These will be used to mount the handle to the tank. Slide the handle down into the recess on the tank until the holes in the handle align with the threaded inserts in the tank. Start threading the bolts in by hand until they're finger tight. Then, use a 1/2-inch wrench or ratchet to tighten all 4 bolts into place. Get started by familiarizing yourself with the components and features of the vacuum. There's a heavy-duty power head with a pneumatic motor, a 1/2-inch compressed air inlet, and an on-off valve. On the front of the head is the pressure gauge, which can be used to monitor system performance. On the side is a compressed air coupler for connecting pneumatic sanders or other air tools. On top of the power head is the handle. This should be used only for removing the power head, not for carrying the vacuum. Under the handle is an adjustment dial, which can be used to tune the vacuum performance. Around the tank are corrosion-resistant non-marring latches to secure the power head. On the front of the tank is a self-closing vacuum port, and below that is the grounding jack, which allows you to connect a ground wire to dissipate static buildup. Underneath the vacuum are 4 casters, and on the back of the tank is a safe filter change port. Before use, unlatch and remove the power head from the tank. Each vacuum ships with a HEPA filter and a pre-filter attached and ready for use. Inside the tank, you'll find a 5-pack of filter bags. You'll also find the instruction manual, which includes an illustrated parts breakdown. And you'll find a package of accessories, which includes straps to manage and store the hoses and power cord. Before the first use, you'll need to install a filter bag. To install the filter bag, first expand the bag by pulling apart at the pleats. Slide the bag collar over the fill tube and gently pull the bag all the way forward to the tank wall, ensuring that the collar completely covers the fill tube opening. Place the power head back onto the vacuum tank and resecure all the latches. Now we'll connect our vacuum hose. For sanding or other source capture applications, you can use an air vac work hose with a compressed air line. For general cleaning, a standard 1.5-inch cleanup hose works best. Remove the dust cap from the end of the hose and insert the metal sleeve into the inlet on the front of the vacuum. Then connect your compressed air line to the inlet on the power head. Connect your desired cleanup tool to the vacuum hose and then open the air inlet, which will turn on the vacuum. While the vacuum is in use, you can tune the motor to increase performance or conserve compressed air. To adjust the motor, insert a flathead screwdriver into the slot on the adjustment dial. Turning the dial counterclockwise will increase vacuum performance. Turning the dial clockwise will reduce performance, but conserve compressed air. The vacuum bag will fill up at different rates depending on the material that's being captured. Check the condition of the filter bag before use and occasionally during use. We recommend changing the bag when it is 3/4 full. When the bag filter needs to be replaced, there are 2 recommended methods. First, we'll look at the standard filter change method. First, connect your compressed air line to the air inlet on the power head. Unlatch the vacuum head from the tank. Lift the head approximately 1 inch above the tank and turn the valve to the on position to power on the vacuum. Place the vacuum head down on the floor and leave the motor running. Next, turn a large disposal bag inside out around your arms like a large mitten. Grasp the filter bag collar inside the tank and gently pull it free from the intake tube, keeping the disposal bag between you and the contaminated filter bag. Gently lift the filter bag while drawing the disposal bag down and around the filter. Gather the neck of the bag and set it aside. If you are working with heavy metals like hexavalent chromium, cadmium, strontium, or lead, we recommend using Hex-Off surface decontamination spray to safely remove traces of toxic dust. Place a new filter bag into the Warthog vacuum. Gently pull the bag all the way onto the fill tube. Place the vacuum motor head back onto the vacuum tank. Resecure all the latches turn the valve off, and disconnect the compressed air line. Discard the disposal bag in accordance with all local, state, and federal regulations. Now we'll take a look at the second recommended method of changing a filter bag. This is the safe filter change method, and it'll require a second vacuum. The vacuum where we're changing the bag is the dirty vacuum. The second vacuum will be the clean one. First, connect a vacuum hose to the dirty vacuum. Then use a safe filter change hose to connect the primary inlet on the clean vacuum to the safe filter change port on the back of the dirty vacuum. The safe filter change hose is a short length of hose with an 1.5 inch sleeve on each end. Then connect a compressed air line to the clean vacuum and connect another compressed air line to the dirty vacuum. Unlatch the power head on the dirty vacuum. Lift the head approximately 1 inch above the tank and turn the valve to the on position to power up the vacuum. Place the dirty vacuum power head on the ground and leave the motor running. Now open the valve on the clean vacuum. Turn a large disposal bag inside out around your arms like a large mitten. Grasp the filter bag inside the tank and gently pull it free from the intake tube. The disposal bag should remain between the user and the filter bag. Gently lift the filter bag while drawing the disposal bag down and around the filter. Gather the neck of the disposal bag and set it aside. If you are working with heavy metals like hexavalent chromium, cadmium, strontium, or lead, we recommend using Hexoff surface decontamination spray to safely remove traces of toxic dust. Place a new filter bag into the Warthog vacuum. Gently pull the bag all the way onto the fill tube. Lower the head and turn the valve to the off position before setting it down on the tank. Resecure all the tank latches. Disconnect the safe filter change hose from the dirty vacuum. Turn off the clean vacuum and disconnect the air supply. Finally, disconnect the compressed air supply from the dirty vacuum. After 5 or so bag changes, you'll need to change the pre-filter. This should be done only after a bag change. Unlatch the power head from the tank, raise it approximately 1 inch above the rim, and turn the motor on. Set the power head down on its side. Remove the pre-filter from the HEPA and dispose of it properly. Wrap a new pre-filter around the HEPA filter and secure it with the hook and loop tab. Set the power head back onto the tank, power down the vacuum, and secure the latches. The HEPA filter should be changed once a year or when it is dirty or damaged. This is done with the vacuum off. Unlatch the power head from the tank and set it down on its side. Turn the HEPA filter counterclockwise to unthread it from the power head. Dispose of the HEPA filter properly. Thread a new HEPA filter onto the power head by turning it clockwise until the top of the filter seats tightly against the power head. Wrap a new pre-filter around the HEPA filter and secure it with the hook and loop tab. And secure the head to the tank. If you have questions about the Clayton Warthog series of HEPA vacuums, contact us directly at 732-363-2100 or online at www.dustlessmadesimple.com.